Hey everybody, it's Maria. Welcome back to my channel. Today is actually Labor Day 2022. I go back to my teaching jobs tomorrow. I'm really excited, but I can't believe it's the end of the summer. It's been a crazy summer. I had COVID in the beginning. That was nutty. It's really hit me hard. And thank God for the, vaccines, or it probably would have been worse. And I'm better. Still always a little tired, but I guess they say that happens. Greasy. And then I had surgery a week ago, Tuesday, so tomorrow. So it's healing really well. It was for trigger thumb, but it's so much better. And he said to move it. So I think I'll be able to play this instrument. So I'm very excited that the kind folks at Vangoa reached out to me and asked if I would review this. So let's see what it is. Okay, see what it is? It's Vangoa. Gracie, shh. It's a Vangoa 5-string banjo. Let's open it up. Come here, Gracie. Wow, there's a really nice gig bag. I could see it. I'm gonna say that of all the banjos I've gotten, the mini ones particularly, I think this is the best gig bag. Look at that reinforced handle and backpack straps. That's nice. I could tell by the size, it's like a mini banjo, I guess. Hello, Gracie, come here. Come say hi to mommy. Come here. Come say hi to mommy. Come on. Oh, she's such a good girl. Come in the picture. Come in the picture. Come sit next to mommy. All right, so we have a really cool red goodie bag. I like this. I think we should open the banjo first because I don't want to bore you, because some people just want to get to the actual instrument. So for those of you who want to see what's in this goodie bag or ditty bag, I will definitely unveil it and open it up. But first I'll do the instrument. You know, YouTube tells me the attention span of a lot of people, so I don't want to be turned off before we get to the instrument. Right? Okay. All right, it says Vangoa. It's got a nice little pouch. Ow, I can't do that. And let's open her up. I like that it opens flat. I like that. Makes it a lot easier to get into the case and out of the case when it opens flat like that. It's also got a nice Velcro to keep it in place. The bridge is right here. The bridge comes off the ukulele or the banjo, depending on what it is, because it's a floating bridge, which is good. A movable or floating bridge is nice because you can adjust the intonation without too much trouble. So that's your bridge. Okay, Gracie. And I thought I saw something else. I love maple necks, and this looks like it's one. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. I have given away or sold all of the banjos I have except for one Vangoa full-size one. This may be the mini that I keep, maybe, because it looks really cool. I don't have one this cool, I'll tell you that. That's something. Look at that. Wow. All right, so there, it's got a big resonator. I think these come off if you want them to. I'm pretty sure. But it looks so cool, doesn't it? It's got strap buttons on here. And usually you don't need one on the bottom because you can put it through one of these brackets. Wow, it's I tell you, they really, I love the Vangoa instruments. They put a lot of care and thought into them. Okay, let's take this protector off. Still can't use my thumb for a lot of things, but I may need physical therapy. I bet the doc says that. Okay. Ooh, look at these markers. Oh, that's pretty. And this is really important because it helps you. You can use a, a regular old ruler and measure, but this basically takes all the work out of it. You put it back under there and you loosen the strings and you put the bridge right there, right where it says it. And then you can adjust it, give or take. You know, you just put it right under the nut. All right, I'm gonna come up close so you can see how pretty this is. I forget the name of that type of leaf. It's like not a Boy Scout leaf. You know, it's like that Florida, whatever it's called, but very pretty. Look at this. It's a Remo head. My son plays drums, so I know about these heads. It says Weather King banjo head only. I love that kind of look. I'm not supposed to lift anything too heavy in this right hand, so I have to be careful. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm gonna get the specs and put them on the screen if it's a maple neck. I believe it probably is. Might be spruce. I don't think this is maple, but I will check it all out and put it on the screen so you have it as I'm showing it to you. I was really excited to open it, so I didn't even get a chance to read about it. And it's got closed geared tuners. There are 4 at the top, and then the drone is right here. That's your 5th string, see? And this keeps it in place right here. That's really smooth, no rough fret edges, which is very important to me, to anybody, because it's not fun to play when the frets are rough. You could put a clip. A lot of these banjo straps, they probably give you one, probably clip right there. Wow. So there's a truss rod that goes the length of the banjo, and you can adjust it, having to do with making sure the neck is straight. That's what I believe I've been told the truss rod can do. And if you take this off, then should be another tool that you can adjust, like the tightness of the head. And there's also a coordinator rod, it's called, that runs through the middle of it. If you take the back off, you would see it. I'm not going to take the back off. Hopefully it won't need adjusting, but at least you know it's there should you need it. Okay, let me get back here again. Yeah, Gracie. It's okay, Grace. Gracie's 1 year and 5 months now. Can't believe it. Okay, so it's going to be out of tune, plus I need to put the bridge on. So I can do that right on screen so you see what to do. I'm going to loosen the strings. Maybe I'll speed that up because it might be a little boring, because you don't want to have the string so tight that you pop it when you put the bridge on, because you have to stand the bridge up. So I'm going to loosen these. But I don't want to loosen them too much because I don't want them to fall out. Okay, now let's put this back. Okay. It's usually equal distant. That's why you would normally, if you don't have this, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to fret. Get it? But it makes it easier. So you make sure they're under all the strings, and that it goes right to the nut. There we go. Oh, that's interesting. It has it. Let's see something. Normally I put it under the strings, but I can't seem to get it under the strings because of this extra string here. This wasn't cut exactly right. So you put it to the 0 nut. And as I said, we may have to adjust it if it's not intonated correctly. And there's also a certain way, there's a shorter side and a longer side, and for the life of me, I don't remember. So some, you know, which way it goes, this way or this way, and that could affect intonation and tone and different things like that. So I want to look to see if the ridges are any different. This is the thinnest string, is this drone, and the second thinnest is your last string. I'm going to put it where it's a little more forward this way because I think that'll affect the action and make the action just a little lower. If it's wrong, we can always take it out. So let me try to put it under. I'll show you. Okay, before I flip it over, I'm just going to show you what it kind of looks like. Like I said, normally you would have this plastic thing under the bridge. That's where you might put it, but it's fine. So you see, and then you just flip it over. Okay, which is what I'm going to do. Making sure that it's at the 0 nut, not beyond, not past it. Okay, so right at that. Well, they call it a 0 fret, but I don't see a 0 fret. I think they just put that there. 0 fret's a little different. So I would put it right at the nut. That's where it usually is. Okay. You just have to make sure all this is under all the strings, because that's how you can break it otherwise if it's not. Okay, here we go. All right, now it's flipped up, and I have to make sure that they align with the ridges in the bridge. It says the bridge should go right there. Okay, I put it exactly where they said and exactly where it should be on this side. And now I'm going to flip them before it breaks anything into the right notches. What the heck? Are there like... Okay, wait a minute. Something's screwy here. Oh, there it is. I thought there were too many notches. Okay, that's about right. All right. And sometimes you will have to still adjust it per string, and the bridge might actually look crooked, but that's okay. I've had to do that on my banjoleles, where the bridge might be like skewed a little bit, but the intonation's perfect at the 12th fret, which is where you need it on all the strings except for this one. This particular drone starts at the 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what happens is right there, the 5th fret, now you have to go to a different string. I think it's a 14th, because it has to be halfway, you see? And that's how you intonate that one. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because you have 5 frets more. So you have to go, maybe it's more than that. Maybe, so it would be 5 more frets, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think it might be the 17th one. right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it might be this one where it's got to be the same tone as this over here on the 5th. That's only because it's a banjo and it's got it here. Everything else, you would go the open and then the 12th fret would be the same note. That's an octave. So you have some semitones, okay? I have to tune this. You change side. Okay, all right. Because obviously we did a lot of finagling and it'll be out of tune. I believe a regular banjo size is tuned in G, like it's called G tuning. See, this is the COVID brain. G something tuning, bluegrass tuning, I think it's called. So this, because it's a miniature size, it's a tenor size, as if it's a tenor ukulele size. I believe it's open C tuning. And then I think what's cool about that is you can play with ukulele people. You know, you can play this if someone's playing a song on a ukulele. It's a little easier to gel without transposing and such, because this is open C tuning, and in a ukulele, it's a C tuning as well. When it's a tenor, concert, or soprano. When it's a baritone, that's a G tuning. That's totally different. Then that one would probably work well with a full-size banjo. Anyway, let me go tune this baby up. We'll try to get it intonated as best that I can. The action looks pretty good. You know, we'll see what happens when we tune it, okay? We'll be back. Oh, wait, before I do that, let's look at the goodie bag. Well, Gracie's being quiet, right? You quiet? Nice red goodie bag. All right, first thing I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna need this. It's a tuner. Good. A little Vangoa tuner. What is this? Oh, this is if you want to plug it in. It's a little stick-on pickup. And banjos are pretty loud, so you might not necessarily want to plug it in. However, it's a magnetic pickup, I believe. So I think that means, like, if you wanted to record with this and maybe Gracie barked, I don't think it would pick up the barking, because it's picking up the strings, not the barking. It's not a microphone, it's a magnetic pickup, I believe. I could be wrong. I'm not the expert on any of this. I just love music, and I think the companies know that, and they know that I give it as honest opinion as I can. You know, just really, what you see is what you get here, folks. So, right? So hopefully you can make your decisions on whether this is a good deal or not. They have some picks for your fingers, because you're supposed to use finger picks when you play banjo on your right hand to pick. And it comes with the Allen wrench, as I mentioned, and the and I think it's also for the coordinator rod. And this is for the banjo head. This little round one is to make the head tighter if you needed to. Hope you can see that. Oh, they gave you metal picks and also plastic picks, so that's really nice of them. Okay, the strap, which we will need, because banjos are kind of like heavy in a sense. They're like awkward because the body is it's like top heavy or bottom heavy. So kind of, I know some banjo players, play this way with it on their lap, but I kind of like a strap to kind of give me some balance. I still can't open with this thumb. I'm getting better. Okay, and just as I suspected, you have, now this is interesting. So if you're going to, okay, see right here, this one you could use with the, if you don't use this part, you could take that off and just put it through on here. You see, and click it on here. But honestly, it's just as easy to clip it, since they give it to you right here. So that's what I would use. And then you would use one on this side. and I think one on this side. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out because I might just use it, forget about this part, and put this through here so it's just a little easier on, I don't know. We'll figure it out. You can figure out how you like to wear it best. You might not even want to use a strap, but it's nice that they give it to you. Okay, you get an extra set of strings. This is really crazy. They're saying it's D. G, B, G, D, D. This is, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's the tuning. I'm going to have to look it up because the last two that I got that were this size, I had to tune in C. And they're saying the first string is D and that the fifth one is G. They have it as D as the first string, D as the second string, G as the third string, B as the fourth string, and G as the fifth. I don't think so, Tim. I will have to do a little research on this, so I don't even know if this video will be a continuation tomorrow when I get home from my day job. You might see me dressed a little nicer because I have to go to work. But I am not going to tune something up higher than it should because I will pop all the strings. So I will look and see how they have it, what they say, and also what I read about this size, because I'm sure this is 26 inches, tenor size, like a tenor ukulele. And I'll compare it with my tenor banjolele. A nice cloth. Banjo user guide. This looks actually really nice. The basics of Vangoa banjos, setup, banjo bridge, buzzes, troubleshooting. Okay. I'm just trying to see if they say anything about the string tuning. It does talk about the bridge, so maybe we may have to flip it around if I didn't do it correctly, or maybe we lucked out. It talks about changing strings. It talks about buzzing and adjusting the, if there's a bow in the neck, that's what that truss rod cover would be. You'd remove that by right here. Okay. Talks about attaching the strap. It's a different strap they show, but it's probably similar. Yeah, I don't see anything, because then it goes into different languages. So I don't see anything about the actual tuning. I'm gonna put this back. I'm gonna do some research, and hopefully we'll get this baby in the right tuning, and I can demonstrate the sound of it. And I'll see you soon. Hey everybody, I'm back. It's been a couple of hours. I had to take some time to figure out what would be the best tuning for this banjo, mini banjo. It's actually 28 inches according to Vangoa's website. And also I was right, the neck is maple and the rest of the body is actually maple. And they call this a tone ring. I've also heard it be called a resonator. Anyway, there were different tunings. The strings that they gave me don't make sense. This extra set of strings with the gauges that they have. I'm not sure how you would use them, but the strings on here I found are best tuned as if it's a banjo with a capo at the 5th fret. So it's a bluegrass tuning, and instead of open G, as I said before, it would be open C. Just like on a ukulele, it's really a guitar capoed at the 5th fret with that high reentrant G string. So this is a high reentrant C string. It's an octave higher. So this would be C, and then G. And of course these strings need to stretch so they keep going out of tune. And then you have a C again, and that's an octave lower than this C. See, it's the same note, just an octave lower. And then you have over here the E. And then the G. So that sounds just like a banjo in bluegrass tuning, but again, a little higher because it's a shorter scale length. This is 28 inches, not 26 inches. Now 26 inches would be like a tenor banjo, so it's a little bit bigger than a tenor banjolele, excuse me. But you could play it with other ukulele people because of the open C tuning. Okay, so this is a little song called Boil 'em Cabbage Down. I'm not a banjo player, but I'm learning. Every time I pick up the banjo, it makes me want to play it more. This is a great little book I use, the Bluegrass Banjo. And another one that I've been using is this Banjo Method book, and it gives you some songs that you can play, like this one. Let's see. Come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee, gone to Louisiana, my true love for to see. Rained all day the night I left, the weather it was dry, sun so hot I froze to death. Suzanna, don't you cry. Oh, Suzanna, don't you cry for me. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I had a dream the other night when everything was still. I thought I saw Suzanna going down the hill. The buckwheat cake was in her mouth, the tear was in her eye. Says I'd coming from the south. Suzanna, don't you cry. Oh, Suzanna, don't you cry for me. Come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. The little known third verse that not everybody knows about. I skipped the second, which is, it rained all day the night I left, the weather it was dry, the sun so hot I froze to death. Suzanna, don't you cry. Oh, Suzanna, don't you cry for me. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I think it's got a really nice sound, actually. So far, my favorite mini banjo that I've gotten, so I really like it. Maybe it's that extra, the 2-inch length makes it a little more fuller sounding. It doesn't feel as tight, too. Some of the little banjos, I was always afraid I was going to pop the strings. But this one, not bad at all. I like it. Oh, this one. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird don't sing, Papa's gonna buy you a diamond ring. And if that diamond ring turns brass, Papa's gonna buy you a looking glass. If that looking glass turns gold, Papa's gonna buy you a billy goat. And if that billy goat won't pull, Papa's gonna buy you a carton bowl. And if that carton bowl turns over, Papa's gonna buy you a dog named Rover. And if that dog named Rover won't bark, Papa's gonna buy you a horse and cart. If that horse and cart falls down, you'll still be the sweetest little baby in town. In a cavern, in a canyon, excavated for You can actually play a tune without even making any chording any frets, fretting any chords. Cut. You can actually play a song without fretting any strings. You could just use open strings because it's an open C chord, and you could play a song. Are you ready? Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping, Brother John? Brother John. La 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 la. Freja Jaques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous. Sama lamatina, ding dong ding, ding dong ding. So you can practice your forward rolls or your plucking. Banjo players know a lot of different finger picking patterns. I only know a few, but they're all in this book that I bought, and this book. So you can have a lot of fun. I don't have any, I'm not endorsing these. I don't get paid to sell these. I don't get paid to sell anything, but I know what I like, and I like these two books. And I like this banjo. I have to tell you that I don't think I've gotten one thing from Vangoa that I haven't liked. So this is really a company to look for. I really appreciate them having the confidence in me to present the instrument in its best light. I hope you like what you see and hear. And I do too. I think this is a keeper for me. So maybe I will improve my banjo skills yet. Thank you so much for watching. Be well.